Welcome back. It is 7:53. I'm hanging out with HDD.
That's it.
Home Depot, Debbie, and I've even learned a lot in just the 30 seconds that we've been chatting. The world of gloves.
Oh my gosh, who knew there were so many gloves?
I didn't.
I mean, people have their go-tos, right? Like you mentioned, you have one pair of like multi-purpose gloves.
Yes, exactly.
But there are certain gloves that are more beneficial in certain situations. So I'm just going to try and break it down for everybody. So
yeah, let's do it.
Use the right glove for the right purpose. So the first one I want to talk about is gardening.
Yes.
Garden gloves, there's pretty ones that have flowers
Little
on
designs
them.
and whatnot.
So you want to make sure, depending on what project you're doing, that you have the right glove. If you're just going to be like planting some seeds and doing some light gardening, something like this would be good. It's a fabric glove. It'll keep your hands clean. It, will really be nice for just not getting dirt under your nails and stuff like that.
And it's not too bulky around the fingers because you're going to need precision.
You want to make sure that you get the glove that fits properly, so when you get it, and then you want something that's going to grip nice on the inside. Now, if I'm going to do some trimming and, work with some heavy duty aloe or, these are super sharp.
As you found out last night.
I did. So it like pricked me in my leg and I was like, I'm telling my son, I might need to go to the hospital. No,
you might need a bodysuit.
So when you're doing that, obviously these are not puncture proof.
Gotcha.
So you want to make sure you're using a puncture proof glove. One that
roses, stuff like that.
My friend Greg at work, he was like, this is my favorite glove. And this one has a nice thick coating on it. You can literally pick these up and nothing is going to happen. But you can see it catches on everything, super sharp. But if you have the right glove for it, it's not going to puncture.
And are they the same price-ish?
No,
or it really kind of
all gloves, they vary in price. And of course, the heavier duty ones are going to definitely cost a little more. If we're moving over to latex gloves, one thing you want to make sure of is that you're not allergic to latex. Right. A lot of people are. So when you're allergic to latex, you want to move to nitrile, which we'll get to. And I'm going to have you try this one on.
Oh, okay.
These are very lightweight. And of course, they're not great for a lot of things. They rip easy, and you want to make sure. So if you have light duty, washing dishes, doing some easy stuff, latex is okay.
Is the patient ready?
If you want something a little more heavy duty, you're going to go to nitrile gloves. Now, I'm going to have all this information on my Home Depot Debbie Facebook and Instagram. We're going to get to all the rest of it in the next segment because there's so much to cover. Gloves are protective, and you want to make sure you have the right glove for the right purpose.
All right, we got gardening, we got thorns, but then there's also chemicals.
There is.
You want the right protection for that for sure. We're going to dive into all of that coming up in a bit with HDD.
That's it.
HDD. Of course, Ian's here. Debbie's got a new nickname.
Thank you, Kylie. Back here with Home Depot. Debbie,
Yep.
Can we just talk about your wonderful jacket?
Thank you.
I love the flare.
I felt it was glovish.
Yes, absolutely. So we talked about latex, we talked about nitrile. Now we want to talk about other things gloves are going to be good for. Maybe you're spraying pesticides or you're using paint thinner.
That's right.
These are going to come in handy.
Yes, so we did talk about latex and gardening gloves and whatnot, but we're going to talk a little more about nitrile right now. With nitrile, it's actually one of my favorite go-to gloves because it's so versatile, right? You got your standby blue
medical
nitrile one that everybody's familiar with, but we also have black ones. This brand by Gorilla is great because their nitrile gloves have texture in them, so it gives you a good grip, and also they are touchscreen compatible, which makes it really nice when you're working on a project but you have to get to your phone and do something. Some of the gloves are not touchscreen compatible, so you want to, if that's something that you're interested in, you want to make sure. Also, nitrile gloves are great for chemical protection. They have a really nice snug fit. It's a great alternative if you're allergic to latex, so you want to use it for that. It's great for paints and stains and chemicals, acetone. There are a lot of chemicals, though, that PVC-coated gloves work best for because some chemicals will disintegrate gloves.
Oh, right.
And so for acids and other things like ammonias and stuff like that, you want to make sure you use a PVC coated glove.
Heavier duty.
Also for electrical work, a nice rubber coated glove works great for that. Now, if we're going to talk about work gloves, there's so many cool work gloves. One thing you want to make sure of is that you have something with texture for grip. This one is great because it's got exterior protection for things that might fall on your
land on it,
hands.
and that protects you right there.
And then it also has interior grip protection and, again, touchscreen compatible. This is one of our go-to favorites at Home
it's a
Depot.
stalwart.
I know, under $5.
Great.
They work great. They last forever.
That's what I have.
They're amazing. Now, one thing to think about when you're getting a glove is adjustability. So you put your glove in, but you want it to be snug. This glove has a cinch that you pull and makes it tight around your wrist, but a lot of them have Velcro or adjustable. So you put your Velcro and touch it so it gets a nice grip on your wrist.
Perfect. Got about 30 seconds left,
Okay,
Debbie.
so for work gloves that work great on prickly wire, metal, insulation, you want
itchy
to
stuff.
get something that doesn't have, it's puncture proof. And a lot of these leather work gloves work for that. So you want to make sure you have the right glove for the right project and make sure you're protected. So this is just a little touch. I'm going to have all this information on my Home Depot Debbie Facebook page and Instagram, and you can find me at the Arrowhead Ranch Home Depot.
Check her out. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome.